Are you feeling like you couldn't be bothered doing that thing that you're supposed to do, only you must do it and coffee and carbs aren't working to get you motivated to do it? Here's the answer to staying motivated. And it really might surprise you. This big brain of ours is designed to move us away from what brings us discomfort and towards the most immediately gratifying, satisfying thing. This is why we often won't go for those dreams that we have over there, out there in the future. And it's also why we have shiny object syndrome, stuck scrolling on social media, addicted to shopping and eating carbs, or whatever your go-to immediate reward is. Now, sometimes that's doing something we have more control over, like cleaning or organizing something. Now, knowing this, we get to make that thing that we do more gratifying than not doing it. And we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by shiny object syndrome. How do we make that currently unappealing task more gratifying, or that goal, our big future dream, immediately satisfying? Well, we do this through two neurological pathways in the brain. Reward and punishment, or as I like to say, reward and consequences. The reward and punishment way of training us to do something that we don't feel like doing should be very familiar to you. It has been the one that we have all been raised with by our parents, family, friends, teachers, and it is the general approach in the world. However, now as a grown-up, you get to use it in a way that best serves the expansion of your potential and your capacity for succeeding in accomplishing what you think would cause you to feel better in your life. In other words, get what you want out of life versus acting out of obligations as we have been so well trained to do in childhood. This practical application, the practical application of this knowledge is simple to apply to your everyday life, and it's backed by recent research and decades of study. Put simply, first, to get motivated to do that task or put steps in place to go after that future goal, we must first make it more appealing to get it done or started. And second, we feed our drive to complete that task or implement our goal by considering the most likely outcome if we don't do it. What could happen and how we would feel if we didn't do what we know we actually want to achieve. What's that likely future going to be if you do nothing? And now here's how to put it into practice. And you can do this right now as I explain it. Now, the first part is the process of reward. Sit somewhere without distractions so that you can easily be able to get into a single-mindedly focused state on that end task or goal. Simply see yourself achieving your desired outcome and how full of pride and joy you would feel. You do not need to visualize the lead up to achieving it, because that can trigger doubt about how you're going to get it. Visualize your reward as real and tell yourself, this is a possibility. Now for the punishment, the consequences. It's really important to know that this process has 3 levels. I've put in 3 levels, and you stop at the one that gets you leaping up into action, because you're in action because there's no way that you want that likely outcome to happen, because you are now motivated to go after the preferred future. Only continue to the next level if you're not sufficiently driven to get into action. Otherwise, it will trigger strong emotions that will demotivate you. Now that you have the reward buzzing through your mind and body as excitement, think about everything that could go wrong if you do not do that task, or how unfulfilling your life would be if you don't succeed in achieving that dream goal of yours. Really go there in your mind and consider this. If this is enough to get you into action, stop the process here and get into action on that task or goal and go get those results. otherwise. Now visualize the worst case scenario and really go there in your mind's eye. Now imagine it and imagine the worst case scenario. You may want to stop here and go get your results. Or next, imagine that you're a little old lady or a little old man at the end of your days. What does your life look like based on exactly where you are now and having never succeeded at achieving what matters most to you? Really entertain those uncomfortable, disappointing, depressing emotions, and then say to yourself, it's time to die now. Ouch. Okay, get into this practice and please let me know how you go. I'm Pho Whale from She Talks, bringing you a bite of insight into success strategies that are going to last you all life in any situation. Bye for now.